Greetings, beautiful human. My name is AJ, owner of AJ Inc., Triple M Coaching, founder of our home planet on the interwebs, hackyourself.net. This is a short clip from my latest Healing in Nature event, a new podcast I have on my YouTube channel. Please enjoy it. This clip is for anyone in narcissistically abusive families or high control religions. It's for my ex-JW brothers and sisters. It's a little clip telling how I connected with my authentic self so that I could get out of a high control group in a very narcissistically abusive family. I hope you enjoy. Prioritizing others over yourself. And that really is a problem, because the best thing I ever did was put myself first in the morning. And now I take care of my own needs before I even turn my phone on. Then once I turn my phone on, I can spend the rest of the day helping everyone else. So people can say that it's not right to be selfish and not right to put yourself first. But there's the old saying that I learned when I was in the Jehovah's Witness cult, and I'm sure many churches use it. They talk about when you're taking care of your kids and your family, that if you're on an airplane and the airplane loses altitude, the masks come down, you have to put it on yourself first, because you won't be able to help others if you don't. So anybody saying don't prioritize yourself first, anybody saying that waking up in the morning and having a morning routine is selfish, those are people who don't understand how humans work, and they honestly need to figure that out, and they're giving you bad advice. You need to put yourself first, and once you do that, once you heal yourself, you will be able to be at service to everyone else for the rest of the day. My morning routine used to be 2 to 6 hours just to get my head on straight before I could face the world, and now it's about 15 minutes, and I go all day. Sometimes I wake up at 4 in the morning and I'm not done till 10 at night, and I'm on the phone, I'm creating videos. It's because I spend that few minutes in the morning, and you need less and less. The more healed you get, the more of this trauma you get out, the more of the shadow work that you do. It was really exposed me, and I hadn't really understood it. So you find yourself losing your voice in relationships. That describes me in every relationship I had. And I used to blame my partners, but I realize now that it was me not having the skills. I needed to learn the skills. And now I never lose my voice in relationships. Living just to keep the peace. I used to think if there was a problem, that it was my job to solve it. Now I only solve problems that I cause, and I try to help others, and I let them be peaceful or not, and I let me decide how much time I want to spend with them. Being the caretaker for everyone. Many empaths find themselves actually becoming caregivers or nursing assistants or nurses or doctors, or in some way healing others. And that doesn't mean if you find yourself in that job that you're living in this fawn state. It's just something to look into. And then the last one I have on this list is being numb during conflict. So after hearing this list, which survival state is your default, or which ones ring true to you? Can you start seeing patterns in your life of times when you've lived in these states? We're going to look into a little bit about how narcissistic and religious high control groups and systems create survival wiring. I found that's where a lot of our problems come from. Is most of the religions have a very high control quality to them, and in that case, it goes down into the family. So when we start deconstructing how some of these things were installed in us, it makes it easier to become the human programmer and uninstall them. So excuse me, when you grow up in an emotional war zone, your body wires itself permanently into survival. In narcissistic systems, whether it's a family or a group, unpredictable anger, guilt conditioning, silent treatment, walking on eggshells, punishment for being yourself. These things create fawn and freeze. So in a high control religion or family, you might fear punishment, shame-based identities. They tend to weaponize our shame. Families do that too. They find something that we legitimately did wrong, or at least in their set of beliefs, they say we did wrong, and then weaponize our shame. Obedience over authenticity. We learn to obey over becoming our authentic self. I know for me, in order to join the Jehovah's Witness high control group, I had to take out my piercings, and I was proud to do it. I was proud to give it up for Jehovah. But once I started realizing that I was in a cult and that this was man's teachings that I was following, I started to realize that the piercings were part of my authentic self. I almost didn't even want to put them back in, but they had purpose. Like my tongue ring helped me to hold my tongue when I was in narcissistic battles with my ex. I would have to speak more carefully. And so it was weird. It was like I got them when I was in my early 20s, took them out to get in this cult, and then putting them back and becoming my authentic self, growing my facial hair out before the cult said that beard, not shaving. For those of you who are ex-JWs, you won't get this, but for my ex-JW brothers and sisters, you know, they said no beards for 100 years, and then I grew a beard in defiance, and I left. And about a year later, they said, oh, that's not a Bible teaching. You can have beards now. My point is growing the beard out, putting my piercings back in. It just helped me to move out of that system. So being your authentic self is very important. It's literally the only way to break out of those molds. The only way. And it was part of making my body, my pain body, everything that I've been through, more comfortable. It's just allowing it to express itself that way and not being ashamed of it. So in a high control religion, we're going to be conditioned through fear of punishment, shame-based identities, constant self-monitoring. Ex-JW friends know that. You're always self-monitoring your thoughts. It creates freeze and flight wiring. So as you notice what's changing inside you, you might begin to realize how powerful it is to do this work in a community consistently. If you're watching the replay of this or you're watching live, feel free to join our WhatsApp group. In there, I have a few different chats. One of them is called Healing in Nature, and that's for us to talk while I'm doing these lives, so you guys can ask questions. And the other ones are about my other groups that I'm setting up. So if you want to follow what I'm doing there, and I am going to actually be giving away a couple $333 a month tickets to my online group. It's going to be access to both groups. And so if you're watching the replay of this, or if you're live now, I don't know how many you're watching, and you're interested in working with me in a group setting twice a week, my clients are saying this is worth thousands of dollars, and it's only $333 a month to have both groups. It's a 1-hour group learning how to visualize your future self and future events and put them in your future timeline. And then the other one is the Balanced Life Wheel, all about reverse engineering all of your old beliefs and weeding out the old ones and the useless ones. So if you're interested in any of that, please reach out via text 360-798-2184, and I can text you a link to check out more information.